Hi there, it's Sam from pootles.co.uk and pootlesjewellery.com because it's Sunday, South Hill and Stampin' Up on Sunday, the day of the week when I merge my two working lives together. And this week I'm going to show you how to make a version of this beautiful box here, which I thought was a great size to put in jewellery bits, and we have beautiful boxes for our South Hill Designs jewellery, and I reckon you could fit a few in there. So I'm going to show you how to make the box. Now this one is done in gold and red because we have got two new we've got lots of new products out, but two dominant colour collections that have come out to South Hill Designs recently, and that is the red and the gold. And it starts with the red and the gold bangle, crystal bracelet, which I'm wearing here, which hopefully you can see. It's a little bit dull, but it's beautiful. There's dark brown in there, and then there's gold, and then there's the bright red, but there's also dark red that's see-through. So with that, and then they released the new red strap for the locket face and a matte gold one. Now inside, I've popped inside it. Let me put a piece of white paper underneath it so you can see a whole bunch of birthstones. So I've got some deep red ones, and then I've got some topaz crystals in there as well in the brown. So again, quite autumnal. And then we have new bracelets that say love on them. So there's love there with Liebe, Amor, and Chinese in there, and then you. And these are the ones that are on a hinge, which I can never see the size. And actually, I'm wearing the silver one right now with the brand new watch. Love it. So a bit more gold, and that's in all four colours. The Inspire bangle. I get really close. There you go. It says Inspire on there, and that's a gold one. So very popular, the gold and the red together. This tassel is new, and the whole concept of our linkable lockets is so clever. I've got new in there as well. I've got a new enamel charm in there, screen. And so basically, that's what a basic locket looks like. So it's just like that. However, when we have a patent on this, there is a little extra tab. It's a T-bar, which is just there, that fits inside, just inside there. And that creates a locket with a tassel hanging off the bottom if I move it away from stuff. So I decided to attach our red leather tassel, pop in the red enamel screen, and just leave it like that. So I haven't added anything to it. And then just to kind of add to it, we've had this out for some time now. This is our gold chevron ring. Let me just try and have it. There we go. Full of Swarovski crystals. Love it. We have it in silver as well. So I went with a bit of a gold thing, obviously with my bracelet as well. And that's what I made my box with, because it felt sort of autumnal rather than festive and Christmassy. So my box is real red with gold embossing on it and the gold ribbon. But I'm going to do a silver version and blue, because over in the blue corner we have the new blue crystal wrap, which you've probably seen in some of my videos recently. I love it. I struggle to decide which one I'm going to wear, the gold or the red or the blue. Again, we have the matching bangles as well, so the same as those, and I'm wearing one. This is my Inspire, and I'll often have both on. And again, we've got new bits. Now, I put a leather tassel on here. We don't have a blue leather tassel. What we do have is these, I'm calling them cat's eye droplets. So there, so it's all enamelled, and we have them in the red with a gold framing around it, and then we also have black, and the same with the enamel screen inside. So exactly the same as the red one, but with a silver back, silver edging to it, and our black one has that as well. And I decided I was going to bring in a different ring, and this is our octagonal one that only came out in the summer, and I love it. And actually, what's very cool about this one is that 3 of the octagons don't have anything on them, so that if you're a bit like me and you whack things, you know, you're knocking it, you're not going to knock the crystals out, because it's very well encrusted with crystals. But octagons are very much our thing, obviously with the octagon watch strap, the watch face, and our octagon linkable lockets. So that's why I brought that ring in. So hopefully my visuals will show you better than me wafting it up and down at the camera at you. But I'm going to scooch those off to one side because I want to show you how to make this box. So you need a piece of cardstock that is 8 by 11 inches. And I used real red for that one, and I'm going to use Pacific Point for this one. I felt Night of Navy was too dark, And Pacific Point, I liked it. I liked how it looked. So 8 by 11, 20 by 28 centimetres. On the long side, you score it at 4 inches, 5 1/4, 9 1/4, and 10 1/2. 10 1/2 inches? Oh look, I've got a piece of cast. I haven't trimmed it down. I haven't trimmed it down to 11 inches. That would have been useful. Let's quickly trim that down. I bet I haven't trimmed down the 8-inch side either, have I? No! I literally just pulled it off my shelf. Sensible, but I do need the trimmer out anyway, so we'll hang on to that. So there we go, so 10 1/2, 11. Turn it round and score it at 1 1/4 and at 6 3/4. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come back to here because I want to get this score line going in, and I'm going to score from the top at 4 5/8 of an inch down to about the 6-inch mark on the horizontal, and that is 11 1/2 centimetres, so down to about there, down to about 15 centimetres, and then the same over here at 9 7/8 of an inch, which is 24.5 centimetres. So that's going to be how I get these lovely scored lines in here. Okay. Right, now before I put the box together, because it's going to fold round like that, and this is going to be the front of the box. I don't want to burnish these lines just yet. That's going to be the back of the box. This is going to be the front. I want to do my stamping on here because it's all heat embossing. So I've got my embossing buddy. So just all over. I've got my Versamark, and the stamp set that I used is the Light-Hearted Leaves, which is this one. And I've picked out 5 of the the leaves. This one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So I've just ignored that, and I haven't used any wording. And I kind of stamped anywhere and everywhere I fancied. So I'm starting with the biggest because it's easiest to work with the biggest. I'm going to put that one down, and then I think I'm going to come in with this one next. Which one? Let's some leaves up the side, I think. And then to finish off, just this little diddy one over there. So I'm going to emboss this all up now. So I've got my piece of scrap paper that I've handily put all my stamps on top of. And I've got some silver embossing powder. I'm just going to dump it all over. There we go. I'm just going to put this away because I will send it everywhere if I don't. I'm going to grab my heat gun. So if you've got your volume up, turn it down a little. Oh, don't knock over your scoring tool. And this will take it from a dark, dull grey powdery look to a super shiny, bright silver in a second. There we go, it's beginning to go now. Pure alchemy, I absolutely love this. There we go. And that is all of it done. So what I need to do now is I need to take off some bits, and that's why I wanted to bring in my trimmer, because of the way the box folds over, this is the only part of this upper scored line that we need. I don't need that bit, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down with my scissors there, and I grab my trimmer, because although I am pretty good and pretty brave with a long pair of scissors, I'm not that brave. So I'm going to use my trimmer. Let's hope if I have the blade in the right place. Let's flip it over, make life easier for myself. There you go. And that's every bit, all the bits gone, and I don't need that bit at all. So now I can start folding and burnishing these score lines. So under the jewellery is my bone folder. Let's fold all these up. And this one. Ignore the parts scored, because they will follow naturally when you put the box together. So I'm going to, I need to trim some of these bits as well. I need to get rid of the bit at the bottom. There we go, so hopefully you can see that now. So I've whipped off all of that bit at the top and then just separated these. And with my fast fuse, run it down there, fold up my box, and then this is the front, so we're folding the sides, and then the bottom, adhesive across there. And when I pinch those sides in, they will go as far as I've done the scored line, and that bit is going to come over. So all I want to do now is round the corners, and then I'll show you how to close it with a single bow in the middle. Very clever. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to decide where I want to put my bow. That's going to go in the middle. So I'm grabbing a piercing tool. That's my glue one. There it is. There's my good one. And I'm just going to sort of push a hole. I don't want it to go all the way through, but I do want to go through to both parts, so I can see I'll put a little mark there, a little one there, and a hole there, just as a guide. I'm going to grab my 1/8 of an inch handheld punch and punch over that hole and this one. I'm going to take my ribbon, it's the 1/8 of an inch silver taffeta ribbon, and cut off a piece, fold it in half, and then at the end, which is on the loop, we're going to put a knot there. I know it sounds daft, but I'm going to put a knot down at that end. I'm going to try, oh for goodness sake, my fingers. And keeping it as close to the end as possible. And I'll trim off any tiny extra bit. And this is going, you're going to feed this through from the inside of the box. And you're probably not going to see it at all, so I'm going to come in through the inside like that. So bear with me a minute while I struggle, because no doubt that will happen. Ah dear, it's fun and games here, isn't it? There you go, that's one part. Let's get the other bit in as well. Even I can barely see what I'm doing. There we go. So when I pull that through, that knot is stopping it going any further. And we're going to do the same, but put these through there. And then you pull your box closed and pull the ribbon through. You can tie a knot or a bow or anything there. And it's rather pretty, and it holds it closed very nicely with an upside down sideways bow, like mine. But it does hold it closed. And that is my beautiful jewellery bag, is what I'm calling it, with a little bit of an autumnal twist to match the beautiful jewellery that we have just released in the last couple of weeks. Anyway, Thank you ever so much for joining me, and I hope to speak to you very soon.